Hi there, I'm Suranga from English Min. Today it is total immersion. ඉතින් ආයෙත් අපි පටන් ගත්ත total immersion මම ටික දවසක් අසනීප වෙලා හිටියේ දවස් 12ක් විතර. දැන් හරි. ඉතින් එකම කාරණය මට කියන්න තියෙන්නේ මේකෙදී මම මුළුමනින්ම ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාවෙන් තමයි කතන්දරේ කියන්නේ. ඒ හේතුව ඔබව total immersion වලට අරගෙන යන්න ඔබව ඉංග්‍රීසියේ නිමග්න කරන්න ඔබ ඉංග්‍රීසිය ගිල්වන්න. එතකොට විතරයි ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් හිතන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. සිංහල ඇහෙනකොට අපි සිංහලට පැනලා ඒක එල්ලෙන්න හදනවා. ඒකින්ද ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් හිතන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ වගේම මම උපරිම උත්සාහ කරනවා මම හිතන්නේ අදත් මට පුළුවන් වෙයි. පොඩි අසනීප තත්ත්ව තිබුණා වුණත් එක දිගටම මේ වීඩියෝ එක අරගෙන යන්න. ඔබ බැලුවොත් මගේ පහුගිය total immersion videos දෙක තුන මම කිසිම තැනක කැමරා එක කියන්නේ එඩිට් කරන්නේ නැහැ, කඩන්නේ නැහැ. ස්ට්‍රෙච් එකට එක දිගට යන්නේ. මොකද ඔබට පේන්න මේ ෆ්ලෝ එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා කතා කරනකොට. නැත්නම් මට තැන් තැන් වලින් එඩිට් කර කර හරි ලස්සනට එහෙ මෙහෙ කර කර දාන්න පුළුවන් නේ. මට නවත්ත එතකොට ඔබ කොහොමද දන්නේ මට ෆ්ලෝ එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා? මම ෆ්ලෝ එකකින් එක දිගට කතා කරනවා කියලා. නේද? ලස්සනට වාක්‍ය දෙකක් තුනක් කියලා කඩන්න පුළුවන්. කඩ ඔබට ඒ කඩනේව පේන්නෙත් නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන් නේද? අපිට කඩන්න පුළුවන් වැඩිය පේන්නේ නැති වෙන්න. හැබැයි දක්ෂ ඇස් දෙකකට පේනවා වීඩියෝ එක කඩනවා කියලා. කැඩීමේ වැරද්දක් නැහැ. මොකද වීඩියෝ එකක් ලස්සන කරන්න කියලා තියෙන්නේ කඩලා පුළුවන් තරම් එඩිට් කරලා ලස්සනට හදන්න කියලා. ඒ වුණා වුණත් ඔබ දැක ගන්න එපා මේක විශේෂ වැඩක් නෙමෙයි මේක ෆ්ලෝ එක. මේක බින්දින්නේ නැතුව අපි කන්වර්සේෂන් එක අරගෙන යන එකයි මට ඔබට පෙන්වන්න ඕනකම තියෙන්නේ. ඒකින්ද මම වීඩියෝ එක ඉස්සර ලස්සන නැති වුණා වුණත් මට ඊට වඩා ලස්සනට හදන්න පුළුවන් වුණා වුණත් මම try කරනවා. පොඩි තැන් වලදී පොඩි කැස්සක් ආපුවම කඩන්න වෙනවා. ඒ අර මේ මම කතා කරන මේක මුළුල්ලේම මම වීඩියෝ එක දිගට තියාගන්න මම try කරනවා. එතකොට ඔබට පේනවා මම ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් තමයි හිතන්නේ කියලා. ඒක තමයි ඔබ දකින්න ඕනි. තේරෙනවද? right. එහෙනම් අපි යන් අද කතන්දරේට ඒ තමයි මේ conversation එකක් මම ගන්න spoken English පොතකින්. Between master and pupil on public speaking. Between master and pupil on public speaking. Public speaking කියලා කියන්නේ ඔය පිරිසක් අමතලා කතා කරන එක. Public address system එකක් පාවිච්චි කරනවා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, mic එකක් පාවිච්චි කරලා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ගොඩක් කට්ටියක් ඉන්න තැනක කතා කරන එක මිනිස්සුන්ට එහෙම ලේසියෙන් කරන්න බෑ. මොනතරම් දේවල් ඉගෙනගෙන තිබුණත් ඒක කරන්න විශේෂ හැකියාවක් ඕනි වෙනවා. අපිට හොඳට සිංහල පුළුවන්. එනකොට අපි හැමදේටම පිරිසක් ඉදිරියේ කතා කරන්න බෑ. Public speaking. ඒ ගැන ශිෂ්‍යෙක් ගුරුවරයෙක්ගෙන් උපදෙස් ගන්න ගියාම යන conversation එක තමයි මේක ලියලා තියෙන්නේ. මාටින් කියන මහත්මයා මේකේ conversation 100 ගාණක් තියෙනවා. එයින් එකක් තමයි මම ගන්නේ. ලස්සන conversations. ඒ කියන්නේ පොඩි නිකන් day to day ඔය මේ කොහොමද ඉතින් සපසනීප වගේ නෙමෙයි. නිකන් පොඩ්ඩක් logic එකක් තියෙන ඒවා අපිට ජීවිතේ වවුනි වෙනවනේ කතා කරනකොට. එහෙනම් අපි යන් වැඩි දඟලන්නේ නැතුව වීඩියෝ එකට ඉක්මනින් මේක ඉවර කරන්න ඕනි හින්දා. Between master and pupil on public speaking. Master and pupil. Master, pupil, master, pupil. Master. Well, Ram Naren, the name of the boy. Well, Ram Naren, I hear you are taking part in the speaking competition. Well, Ram Naren, I hear means I realize, I understood, I learned. Yeah, that is it. Well, Ram Naren, I hear you. I hear you means, as I've told you, I heard that. I hear you are taking part in the speaking competition. Taking part means participating. I know that you are going to participate in speaking competition. Yeah, that is it. Pupil. Yes, sir. And I came to ask you to give me some hints on the art of public speaking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What you say is true. I'm going to participate in a sort of a competition on public speaking. So, yes, sir. And I came to ask you to give me some hints. I came to get your helping hand. I want your helping hand. Please help me. Yes, sir. And I came to ask you to give me some hints on the art of public speaking. I came today to have an idea, a piece of advice from you to learn this art, how to do sort of public speaking. Yeah. Yes, I came to ask you to give me some hints on the art of public speaking. Master. With pleasure. I like to do that. With pleasure. Ram Naren. Have you prepared your speech? Have you prepared your speech? Now, you have your speech with you? That is the thing. Oh, with pleasure, Ram Naren. Have you prepared your speech? Pupil says, yes, sir. And now I'm learning it by heart. Yes, sir, I have prepared speech. Prepared means I have written the speech. It is with me in a paper, piece of paper, something. Yeah. Yes, sir. And now I am learning it by heart. I'm learning it by heart. What is learning by heart? Learn by heart. You can learn things by heart, maybe poems, maybe essays, even at times, as people do that in examinations. Learn by heart means you learn something thoroughly so that you can remember everything that you have learned. For example, a poem or something you learn. Learning by heart means you learn thoroughly, you learn it fully, so that you can remember each and every word. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, like that. Yeah. So that is so that you can recall it, you can remember it, you can recite it or whatever. You can say it again without going to papers or things like that. So that is learning by heart. There are things that we have to learn by heart, but not a speech. Yeah. With pleasure, I'm learning. Have you prepared your speech? Yes, sir. And now I'm learning it by heart. Master. Oh, but that's a great mistake. The master says, don't learn things by heart. That's a great mistake. Beautiful thing, yeah? Great mistake, yeah. Oh, but that's a great mistake. What is that mistake? Learning things by heart. If you want to make a speech, deliver a speech, learning it can be learned by heart, but you should not learn it by heart. That is a great mistake, the master says. Oh, but that's a great mistake. Always carefully prepare what you want to say, but never try to learn it off by heart. Oh, but that is a great mistake. Always carefully prepare what you want to say. Yeah, carefully prepare what you want to say. You can write things, you can write the speech or whatever, but don't learn it by heart. Prepare fully, prepare carefully. That's okay, that's really good. But don't learn the speech by heart. That's a great mistake, the master says. Oh, but that's a great mistake. Always carefully prepare what you want to say. Carefully prepare what you want to say. No harm done. But never try to learn it off by heart. Learn it off by heart. Learn off. Learn off means what is learning off? Learn off means actually learning by heart in a way. If you learn of something, you learn it thoroughly so that you can remember every piece of it, every part of it. So that is learning by learn of. You can learn a thing of, learn something of, learn of something. Yeah. Oh, but that's a great mistake. Always carefully prepare what you want to say, but never try to learn it off by heart. Learn it off by heart. But why, sir? Ramnarin do not understand this. Why? Learning by heart is a good thing, he thinks. Ramnarin, the student thinks learning by heart is really a good thing, but he has no idea why it is considered bad. Yeah. But why, sir? Kollas. Because when you are speaking, you should watch your audience. This is a very important point. Because when you are speaking, when we make a speech, when we deliver a speech, yeah, because when you are speaking, you should watch your audience. Your audience, yeah, even TED Talks, people watch what they are doing. Because when you are speaking, you should watch your audience to see whether they are following what you say. Oh, really important. Because when you are speaking, yeah, I'm delivering the speech. Yeah, today I came here, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. When I'm doing that, what I should do is I should watch. I should look at the audience and I want to check whether they are listening to me. I want to watch them. Why? I want to see whether I'm doing something interesting to them. Yeah, whether they are interested in this, in my speech or whatever. So I should see that. Otherwise, I'll be a total failure. Because when you are speaking, you should watch your audience to see whether they are following what you say. We want to see whether they are following us. You can see by their faces whether they understand and are interested. You can see by their faces. If some people, we know that they don't like us. Clear. So we should make them interested. If we have a speech or whatever we are delivering is interesting, they will like it. So we can see things from their faces. They like my speech. Yeah, that's it. You can see by their faces whether they understand and are interested. And if they are not showing a sort of interest, you can often win their attention by adding or emphasizing or changing something. So if things are going wrong, if they don't like what I say, I can change my speech. So if I have my speech, if I learn it by heart, I cannot do that because the speech is fixed, words, phrases, and everything fixed, and I have to say that I have to deliver it. But if I know the main points and if that is not something learned by heart, I can change whenever I want. That is really important. And if we are not, you can often win their attention. Win their attention. Attention, you know what attention is? Pay attention, you know what attention is? Often win their attention by adding or emphasizing. We can add things, something different, maybe very tiny stories, mini stories, or whatever. Maybe phrases, maybe say sayings, quotations, a lot of things. We can add proverbs, or sort of things. Relevant, something relevant, we can add. Oh, emphasizing. What do you mean by emphasizing something? Emphasizing is making something really important. That is, well, for example, I would say, stop doing that. I would say, stop doing that. I'm not emphasizing. If I say, I told you, stop doing it. Then what I'm doing is emphasizing. I'm showing that it is really, really important. Give special importance to something. I told you once, stop doing that. Then I'm emphasizing. I'm saying it again and again. Giving special importance to something you are saying or you are writing. When you're writing things, you can emphasize. You can say something, you can emphasize what you want. I mean, making it big, yeah. And if they're not, you can often win their attention by adding or emphasizing or changing something. You can change something. Uh, for example, I thought of telling a very tiny story, but I feel that you're not in a position to listen to my story, so I don't do that. I change that. But if your speech is learned by heart, you can't alter it. Alter means changing, altering, changing the shape or changing the size or change, sort of change. You cannot alter it. If I have learned that by heart, you cannot alter it. Then Kolla says, but it seems so much easier to learn it. Huh. Kolla says, but it seems so much easier to learn it. So I feel that it is really easy to learn things by heart and then I can do the speech, deliver the speech perfectly, Kolla says. But it seems so much easier to learn it. Master says, it is not so in the end. It is not so. What you think is not correct. In the end, things would be different. Yeah, you will realize if you are going to do the speech, at the end of the speech, you will realize that it is not going as you wish. But it seems so much easier to learn it, Master. It is not so in the end. Memorizing is a great strain. Memorizing is a great strain. What is strain? Strain basically say a feeling of stress and worry. Example, if I sing 2 3 hours continuously, I'll strain my voice box muscles in my voice box strain. A real pain in this. You can strain a muscle if you do something again and again, so you feel that there is a pain built in muscles. So that is strain. If you strain muscles, yeah, so that is strain comes if you do something again and again, or continuously, and you cannot bear that. It is unbearable. It is difficult to bear. So then we call it strain, especially muscles. And strain can be of feelings even. Yeah, strain. Yeah. So what do they say? uh, yeah, memorizing is a great strain. Oh, memorizing. If you are going to do a speech and if you cannot remember, and you cannot remember the words and sentences that you learned by heart, oh, so you try your best to memorize it, to get the idea. Oh, you cannot remember. So you have to strain your thoughts, brain, whatever, to get the idea, to see what you're going to talk about. Yeah, that is it. Straining. That is really a pain in a way. It is not. So, in the end, memorizing is a great strain. It is really a great pain. Also, if you forget one sentence, you may break down altogether. Also, if you forget one sentence, if you learn the thing by heart, maybe you forget one sentence in the middle, then you won't be able to remember the rest. So you will break down. You will break down means they say it is not so in the end. Memorizing is a great strain. Also, if you forget one sentence, you may break down altogether. You may break down altogether. Break down. Breakdown has different meanings. One is vehicles breakdown, and you can break down something to chunks or tiny parts. For example, say you would say the bill is um, 2,500 rupees. I need a breakdown. I need a breakdown means you have to say for tea 250, for rolls, Chinese rolls 550, and so on. That is the in detail breakdown. So something like that. But here breakdown basically here means that not functioning properly, not functioning efficiently. Say you may break down altogether. You are delivering a speech. You cannot remember one sentence. So you will break down. Your brain is not functioning properly. You cannot remember things. You break down means you cannot function. That is the end of the speech, probably. Yeah. Well, pupil says, well, I might manage if I could have my notes with me when I speak. Kolla says, well, yeah, you say that I should not uh, learn it by heart. That's okay, granted. That's it. Yes, sir. But well, I might manage. Probably I'll be able to manage if I could have my notes with me when I speak. If I have notes with me when I speak, okay, I learn the speech by heart, okay, and I have my notes. If I cannot remember, I just go to the notes and I'll do that. Is that okay? Kollas. Master says, at first, you may take a short note of the outline or main points of your speech, lest you should forget a point. But when you get used to speaking in public, it is best to do without notes altogether. Very good advice. At first, you may take a short note. He says that that is not good. Having the notes of your speech is not a good thing. But instead, we have a very sort of a very something really brief, short. At first, you may take a short note of the outline. You can have you can have an outline of your speech first. At first, you may take a short note of the outline or main points. You can have main points with you, not only the main points. Oh, if you need a note, that should be really a short one. Yeah, I mean the marked one, the with bullet points or something. At first, you may take a short note of the outline or main points of your speech, lest you should forget a point. Lest. Lest is basically to avoid the risk of. Lest means L-E-S-T, lest, to avoid the risk of. That is, we use the word lest, L-E-S-T here, uh, at a point where we try to avoid a risk. For example, one nice example is, I would say, I did not open the door lest he should follow me. I did not open the door lest he should follow me. To avoid the risk of his following me. To avoid the risk of his following me. I did not open the door lest he should follow me. Lest means to avoid the risk. So here, what they say is, lest you should forget a point. Lest you should forget, you can have a note, you can have a short note, lest you forget a point. Lest you forget a point means to avoid the risk of forgetting point. Yeah, L-E-S-T. Lest you should forget a point. But when you get used to speaking, get used to, yeah, when you master it. But when you get used to speaking in public, it is best to do without notes altogether. When you get used to it, you become a master of it. When you practice it, finally, what you should do is, first you can have short notes or bullet points or whatever, and you should try your best to do it without notes. You can remember main points. So, don't know whether you have heard of mnemonics or things like that. There are techniques that you can remember speech main points, mnemonics. You just go to mnemonics and you would find that mnemonics. Yeah. But when you get used to speaking in public, it is best to do without notes altogether. We are really, really free. Now, I am really free because I'm not thinking, I just have this one. When I go through this, automatically, naturally, things come to me. Clear? So, I don't want notes and everything, I sort of things. And maybe if I have notes, my words, my phrases, and things would be really beautiful. But what I want to show you is the flow, the fluency. That is what you should see from a teacher of English. Not going jumping from single to English to single to English to into and so on. So it is okay, but if you are focusing on spoken English, you should see total English. How people produce the language automatically, naturally, with a good flow. Okay, shall we? Um, but if you don't, yeah, Kollas, but if you don't use notes and must not plan my speech off by heart, how can I remember what to say? Oh, good point. Yeah, you say I should not use notes. But if I don't use notes, Kolla says, if I don't use notes and must not learn my speech off by heart, you say, teacher, you say I should not learn things by heart. Teacher, you say I should not have notes. Huh? But if I don't use notes and must not learn my speech off by heart, how can I remember what to say? How can I remember what to say? Master says, you must prepare carefully. You must prepare carefully. and think out what you want to say and land the main points or outline of your speech. You must prepare carefully. Preparation is the best thing. You must prepare carefully and think out what you want to say. Some people do this speech 100 times before going to TED Talks. I saw in one TED Talk, TED TED Talk, he said that he did it for 100 times practicing. Then his speech would be marvelous. You must prepare carefully and think out what you want to say. Think out what you want to say. Think out. Think and think out different. Think out. Think out basically means consider thoroughly, consider carefully about something before you do that. Before doing something, you have to think about that. That is think out. Think out. That is think out. Not just thinking. Think, oh, should I do that? Oh, what should I do? Yeah, something like that. Thinking carefully about something before you do that. That is thinking out. So he says, you must prepare carefully and think out what you want to say. Think out what you want to say. Think carefully about what you want to say. And learn the main points or outline of your speech. Then, when you get up to speak, you learn everything. And when you get up to speak, what is get up to? Stand up. Yeah, getting up. When you get up, when you get up, you must prepare carefully and think out what you want to say and learn the main points or outline of your speech. Then, when you get up to speak, you will find that the words will come. When you get up to speak, yeah, you will find that the words will come. If you have practiced enough, when you get up, the words naturally come. Pupil. But I feel so nervous when I have to speak. But I feel so nervous, feeling uneasy. It's troubling you. You're not confident. So nervous. Oh, yeah, stress. But I feel so nervous when I have to speak. When I have to speak, when I stand up, I feel really nervous. Master says, that is natural. That is natural. That is a natural part of delivering a speech. That is natural, especially at first. First, it's natural. But as you get used to speaking in public, you will overcome that. You will overcome that. Overcome means you will be able to manage. Yeah, you will do it successfully. You will overcome. You will not fail. That is natural, especially at first. But as you get used to speaking in public, you will overcome that. Even practiced speakers, practiced, even practiced speakers often feel very nervous before they begin to speak. Even practiced speakers often feel nervous when they start speaking, when they come onto the stage. But as you get used to speaking in public, you will overcome that. Even practiced speakers often feel very nervous before they begin to speak. Before they begin to speak, they become nervous, even practiced speakers. But when they get on their feet, they forget all about it. When they get on their feet, when they get on their feet means standing up, stand up. When they stand up, things go away. They forget all about that. Yeah, that is it. So I saw one of the speeches of Mel Robbins. She was teaching us that it is quite natural, that is lizard brain. She was speaking about lizard brain or stress. She was talking about stress. She basically, her audience is of few thousands, of 20,000, 50,000. big audience. But before going in front of the audience, she says that she is nervous. She has a stress. She showed us that the how stressful that was before going to the I mean behind the stage. That's it. That is natural. When they get on their feet, they forget all about it. When I'm nervous, I think I speak too fast. Kolla says, when I'm nervous, I think I speak too fast. Well, teacher says, you must practice speaking slowly and distinctly. You must practice speaking slowly and distinctly. I mean, good speakers, their speech, they make pauses. That is, moments of silence. And then when they speak, not like us, when they speak, their sentences, their words, they have gaps, and they clearly express what they want to say generally. So their speech is perfect. Their speech is really, really good. And it's very difficult for us to speak like that. The trained speakers, that is, practice speakers, their speech is not like just talking and talking and talking and talking. They place a very tiny gap between words so that you can register that in your mind. When words come, when that particular chunk comes, it is registered in your brain. So they give you the chance to register that particular thought group in your brain. Register the thought group in your brain. There are people. You just listen to good people. When if you consider something is really a good speech, that particular thing can be seen in their speech. And don't shout. Well, you must practice speaking slowly and distinctly. Distinctly means, I mean, you should not mix up everything, not patapatas, slowly. I mean, separating words, separating sentences, separating thought groups. Well, you must practice speaking slowly and distinctly and don't shout. Don't shout. It strains your voice. You know what? Strains your voice and prevents people hearing you. If you, when you speak, it is jarabar, jarabar, jarabar sound. If it comes so then people would not listen to you. It is really, 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 it will be a strain, yeah. And don't speak too slow. Speak naturally so that all can hear. So don't speak too fast. Don't speak too slow. Distinctly, you have to do that. And speak naturally so that all can hear. When we are going to deliver a speech, we become different guy. We are going to show some importance, and we are sort of important people. We know everything, and sort of fools sort of something, and then we don't understand that, but the audience will perfectly understand that. Then it would be really, really useless. So therefore, speak naturally so that all can hear. Kolla says, thank you, sir, for your hints. I will try to follow them. I'll try to follow them. So that is today's topic. ඉතින් අපි අද කතා කරේ පුංචි ටොපික් එකක් ඒ තමයි කන්වර්සේෂන් එකක්. ඔබ දැක්ක මේ කන්වර්සේෂන් එකේ අපි එදිනදා ජීවිතේ හොඳ දේවල් කතා කරනකොට ඒ කියන්නේ ලොජිකලි දේවල් කතා කරනකොට එන විදිහක් තමයි තිබුණේ. ඒතර අපි ඩේ ටු ඩේ කන්වර්සේෂන්ස් වල බැංකුවේදී කඩේදී බනිස් ගෙඩි මිලදී ගන්නකොට වගේ නෙමෙයි මිනිස්සුත් එක්ක නිකන් හරවත් කතා බහක යෙදෙනකොට එන දේවල් ඔයලත් conversations ඔබ දකින්නට ඕනි. ඉතින් ඒකෙන්දා ඒ වගේ conversations උත් මං ගානක් අරගෙන ඉන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. මම දැන් stories මං හිතන්නේ දැන් සෑහෙන ගානක් ගිහින් තියෙන මං 100ක්වත් minimum stories යනවා. ඊට පස්සේ තමයි වෙනින් දෙයකට යන්නේ. හොඳයි එහෙනම් මම අද මෙතනින් නතර වෙනවා. අපිට පොඩ්ඩක් එහෙනම් subscribe කරන්න, like එකක් දාන්න, කමෙන්ට් එකක් දෙන්න, bell icon එක press කරන්න. අපේ වීඩියෝස් නැවත නැවත ඔබට ලැබෙනු පිණිස. එහෙනම් අපි දිගට වැඩේ ඉදිරියට අරගෙන යමු. bye.